Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this tarot pick a card reading. So in today's video we're going to just be doing simple yes or no answers to any questions. I'll give you the yes or no, we'll do a little bit of context, maybe even some advice and some things to keep in mind, but overall it'll be pretty quick. So as you can see here, I have 5 piles. We have pile number 1 with the clear quartz, pile number 2 with the rose quartz, pile number 3 with the amethyst, pile number 4 with the red tourmaline, and pile number 5 with the smoky quartz. So go ahead, take your time, reflect on the different piles. If you're feeling called to more than one pile, then you can definitely watch more than one reading and try to figure out which details are relevant to you. If you do enjoy this and if it resonates with you, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll have timestamps down below for each of the piles. I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the clear quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and just start off with the straightforward yes or no. Pile number 1's question. Oops. Okay. Yes or no. Alright, so we've got the Queen of Wands, but we also have the Hierophant that wanted to come out. Let's do one more. King of Swords. Okay, so this row right here, we're just going to do yes or no. From what I'm seeing here, this is a strong yes, because we have the Queen of Wands, which is very passionate, very fiery, very energetic. I would take this as a yes. We have the Hierophant, which again, I would still take as a yes, but a little bit maybe more reserved. And then the King of Swords. So yeah, again, yes, because we have these court cards, these major court cards, and then we also have a major arcana. So the straightforward yes or no answer here, I would definitely say yes. Now let's pull a little bit, just pull a couple cards for some context. You know, what are the circumstances surrounding this? Maybe we can get a little bit more of a nuanced answer for pile number 1. Strength. 2 of Pentacles, and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Strength card, again, while we said yes, and I do see it being a yes, it may take some strength, some resilience on your part. Maybe whatever you're asking could be a little bit of a challenge. It might take some work. The Strength card is also the Leo card, so that could be, you know, a clarifier for someone, but for the most part, what I'm seeing is yes, and then in a more nuanced sense, but you'll need to work for it. You'll need to show some strength, some resilience. But if you put your mind to it, this could definitely be something that could be a yes for you. And then this 2 of Pentacles talks about balancing, figuring things out. So this, whatever you're asking about, could be a little bit of a balancing act. Maybe you have to sort of figure out how it's going to work, how it's going to fit into your life, how you can balance it within the other parts of your life. So it may take a little bit of trial and error, but that's just sort of part of the process here. And then lastly, with this 5 of Pentacles, there may be some times where you may be questioning what you're asking about, or it may feel like it's sort of a lost cause. Maybe you feel a little bit isolated, left out in the cold. So there could be times where this journey, or this whatever you have in mind, gets a little bit tough and you're sort of questioning whether or not it is for you. But from what I see here, if you were to put in the work and put in the time and patience to figure out how to make this happen, this could definitely be something that that works out for you. And then lastly, I just want to pull some advice cards. So let's just get some advice for pile number 1. Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, for some of you, you may be asking about like a career or a business thing. Maybe you're an entrepreneur or you're looking to switch jobs. If this has anything to do with career, jobs, money, I'm definitely getting the sense that you should go for it. Go ahead and make that fresh start. Don't be afraid to do the new beginning. The tarot here is definitely encouraging you to go for it. So if there's some sort of endeavor here that involves like money or your career or your job, and you've been wondering whether or not to go for it, I would definitely take this as a sign to go ahead and get started on that. With this Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing that whatever you're asking about may involve some collaboration from others. So if this is something where you can ask for help, or you can ask for friends or families or, coworkers to support you in some way, definitely do that. The advice here is to make this more of a collaborative effort to get other people involved and to not just take on all the work yourself. Whatever you're asking about would be better off if you involved other people and got other people's opinions and insights and made it more of a collaborative teamwork type of effort. If you asked about a relationship or some sort of romantic connection, this is a very positive sign. This Ace of Cups, this is, a new relationship, a new romantic connection, a new beginning. If maybe this is something older, this could mean a fresh start. So if you are asking about some sort of romantic relationship, this is definitely a positive sign, saying to go for it, go ahead and get started on that, and to take that leap. So yeah, that's all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Oops. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the rose quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get the straightforward yes or no answer. Pile number 2's question, yes or no? Okay, so right off the bat here, I'm not going to read reversals for this. Right off the bat here, it would mean the same thing anyways, but right off the bat, definitely a yes. The Ace of Wands, like, I don't think there's any card that is more yes than the Ace of Wands. So we've got the Ace of Wands here representing passion, maybe starting something new, a new beginning, something that you're very excited about, something very energetic and something new. So this is definitely a yes. The High Priestess, still I would consider a yes. There's something here that is sort of linking to your intuition. So maybe you're having a gut feeling or an intuitive nudge to do something. And in that case, I would say yes, to listen to that and to also follow that. Nine of Pentacles here, again, definitely would consider this a yes card. This is a very strong, independent, self-sufficient card. This is the kind of person where if they were to go for something, it would definitely work out. So right off the bat, yes. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit more context here, get some more nuanced information, maybe get more into the details now that we know that overall it is a yes. Okay, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay, this is interesting here. I feel like I'm getting for this Ace of Wands, this new beginning seems very positive. That whatever you're thinking about in terms of starting something new or starting over is positive, and there's a lot of potential for success and happiness there. These intuitive feelings that you've been getting seem to be maybe more related to having to let something go or leave it behind, in which case I would say yes to let that go, leave it behind, move on. Maybe it's not serving you. And then also, again, there seems to be some sort of grief, some sort of heartbreak or sadness, and I'm getting the sense that yes, it's time to move on from that and let that go, because you are going to be moving into a place where you're more independent and self-sufficient. So it seems like this yes answer has some sort of nuances of, wanting some happy ending, some, deep emotional fulfillment, some fairy tale, you know, ending, and then there also being some sort of heartbreak and having to leave something behind here. So let's just get some advice for pile number 2. Some advice here. We've got the 4 of Wands, the Hanged One, and the Page of Swords. Okay. So with the 4 of Wands, I think overall the tarot wants you to keep in mind that no matter what's happening right now, your outcome and your success will be positive. So whatever you're going through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there is some sort of happiness and a really beautiful ending here. The Hanged One sort of talks about staying stagnant, not taking a lot of action, taking a minute to reflect and deepen your spirituality, deepen your understanding and your connection to yourself. So that could be the advice here. Maybe you need to step back from other people or other things going on in your environment and focus on yourself and just try to do a lot of introspection, a lot of reflecting, and figure out what's going on with you, and understand yourself better in an attempt to then figure out what's really going on around you. Also with this Page of Swords, I'm getting a sense that maybe you need to communicate with someone. Maybe there's something that needs to be talked about. Maybe you've been sort of holding your feelings back or your thoughts back. So if that's the case, you know, after this period of reflection, I would definitely, if you have any sort of revelations or some things that you need to communicate to people, definitely would encourage you to do that. So yeah, and that's all I have for you. I hope you liked this. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the Amethyst, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get the straightforward yes or no right off the bat. Judgment, Knight of Swords, 10 of Swords. Okay. So this Judgment card is something that pops out when somebody wants an answer to a decision, and the tarot is saying that you need to make that decision for yourself. So this is kind of not the ideal card to get for a yes or no. What I'm seeing here, if I had to choose yes or no, I would go with no, because we do have the 10 of Swords present. So this is telling me that whatever you're asking about is most likely not serving you. It maybe needs to be closed or ended. This cycle or chapter needs to be closed or ended, and whatever you're asking about is most likely over. However, because of the Judgment here, I am still getting the sense that this is something that you have control over, and this is a decision that you can make for yourself. So this 10 of Swords isn't necessarily a hard or fast no, it's just sort of the overall vibe, but I'm still getting the sense that you do have some sort of control or autonomy in this situation. But yeah, and also with this Knight of Swords, yeah, with 2 swords here, I'm definitely getting more of a no vibe. But again, that Judgment is still saying that while the answer is no, you need to come to that decision yourself, and you need to really be honest with yourself and assess the situation. Yeah, but these swords are definitely telling me no. So let's go ahead and get some more context here for pile number 3. Some more context to their situation. Knight of Wands, Empress, and Death. Yep, okay, so yeah, a decision needs to be made, and you're definitely being encouraged to make that decision a little bit more quickly, not sit on it. You know, if you're having a gut feeling, maybe go for it and just don't look back. I'm getting the sense here that this Empress is sort of representing you. So if, you know, this is your energy, you're in a place, you're in a place where you're in your power. This is a very strong position to be in. So if you're looking at the situation around you and it's not serving you the way that it needs to be, maybe that's your sign to let it go. We also have the Death card here, so if this situation or this thing that you're asking about, if it is over, like it seems to be, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think you're being encouraged to look at it as a chance to start over and a sort of rebirth with this Death card here. It's this, yes, this thing that you're asking about may be over, or it might be a no, but that is just an opportunity for you to transform, to restart, and to basically have a new beginning. Maybe whatever you're asking about has to be a no in order for you to transform and move on. So let's just get some advice here for pile number 3. Some advice. We've got the World, the 10 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is pretty clear. So what I'm getting here is, you know, you have pretty much the world at your hands. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. Go experience things that you wanted to experience. If you've been holding yourself back, don't do that anymore. Just go for things that you want to do. Especially if you've been considering traveling at all, I would definitely encourage you to do that. I'm also getting the sense that you may need to ask for help. So maybe you've been carrying things by yourself, struggling a little bit. So if you're at a place where maybe you need to ask people for help or get some sort of support from others, definitely you're being encouraged to do that as well. Yeah, and again, that 6 of Pentacles is more of that energy of don't be afraid to receive from other people. If you need help, if you need resources or support, don't be afraid to not only ask for things, but actually receive them when it's time. So, yeah. And that's all I have for you. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. If you chose the Red Tourmaline, this is your pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the yes or no answer for number 4, pile number 4. Yes or no to their question. Temperance, Knight of Pentacles, and 5 of Cups. Okay, interesting. So this is interesting because these two I would take as a yes. This one feels more like a no, but because 2 out of the 3 are yes, I'm going to go with yes, and I'll explain why in a minute and how I think this fits into here. So the Temperance is a yes, but it's sort of a patient yes. There may be some waiting involved, and you may be sort of forced to sit back and let things come to you. The Knight of Pentacles I would definitely take as a yes. This 5 of Cups, I'm not going to say that it's a no because these two are yeses, so I would say whatever you're asking about may not come in the way that you expect it to, or it may not come in the way that you want it to. So at first you may feel disappointed because you think that it's not going to happen or it's a no, but I'm getting the sense that maybe it's just going to happen in a different way than you expect it to, and it may take a little bit more time and a little bit more patience. So that's sort of what I'm going to interpret this 5 of Cups as. It's not a no, it's just not going to come about exactly in the way that you expected. So it may feel like a no at first, but I do see that it will happen. It just might take a little bit of time. Especially with this Pentacles too, more of that grounded, solid energy. It moves slowly, but the progress that it makes is very real. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that it might take a little bit of time, which is why it may feel like a no, but it's not. It's a yes. It'll just maybe happen in a different way or take a little bit longer than you expected. So next I was going to pull some cards to get a little bit more information and context on this yes. So let's see what else. We have the Magician, the Page of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely looking more positive. So this Magician card, I feel like if you are trying to manifest something, and if that's sort of what's going on here, it may take a little bit longer than you expected, and it may not show up, whatever you're asking for, it may not show up exactly in the way that you thought it would. So if you are working on manifesting or attracting something, just don't give up, just keep working on it. I do see it coming, definitely I see it coming, I just see it taking a little bit of time. So just be patient and allow things to flow to you more openly. Don't be so rigid on exactly how or when things are going to come into your life. Just be open to them coming in the way that the universe sends them to you. And then with this Page of Cups, yeah, if you're asking about love or some sort of love relationship, I definitely see it working out. I'm seeing a new beginning here, or some sort of love offering. So if you were asking about that, I do see that being a yes. Again, maybe it just might take a little bit longer than you thought, but I do see that happening. And then this Ten of Pentacles is just a lot of abundance, wealth, security, stability. This is a very positive card. So again, I definitely see things working out. It just may take a little bit of time because the Pentacles are focused on the long-term growth, the long-term stability. It doesn't work quickly or hastily, it works slowly, but the end result is much bigger than what you would get otherwise. And then lastly, I just want to do some advice cards for pile number 4. So advice for 4. Okay, so in case you were asking about career or like a business thing, anything related to like money, finances, career, business, I would definitely say that the advice here is to go ahead and get started on that. This Page of Pentacles is sort of encouraging you to go for that. So if that's what you're asking about, this is definitely your sign to go for that. The Seven of Cups is sort of telling me that no matter what you're asking about, maybe things will seem a little bit confusing. Whatever the situation is, you may be unsure of what's happening. Maybe it seems like it's very chaotic or distracting, and you find yourself not being able to think clearly or figure out, exactly what's going on. So if that comes up, it seems like that may come up, and if it is, just be aware of what's happening and don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. And also try to be very discerning about things, like in the sense of things may not always be as they seem. So don't just take things at face value. Really try to use, the knowledge you have to analyze the situations. And then lastly, with this Fool, yeah, whatever you're asking about, if you're given an opportunity, or there's some sort of chance that needs to be taken, like a risk that needs to be taken, this is definitely your sign to go for it. So maybe, you need to take some more risks or be a little bit more adventurous, take a leap of faith. So if any sort of situation arises where you're given a chance to do that, definitely go for it. Don't hold back. And yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi, pile number 5. If you chose the Smoky Quartz, this is your pile. So let's go ahead and get the straightforward yes or no answer right off the bat for pile number 5. Okay, so we've got the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, and the Devil. So this is definitely giving me a no. I'll explain a little bit. The Emperor is the Aries card, and the Devil is the Capricorn card, if that's relevant at all. But just this combination here of the Eight of Swords and the Devil, this is definitely giving me a no. The Emperor could kind of go either way, but just because of the rest of these cards, I'm going to go with a no. Let me get some clarifying cards to give a little bit more context here to the situation. Okay, so I feel like there's this sense of maybe isolation, like you are trying to do everything yourself when maybe you should be asking for help. I'm also getting the sense that there's some decision here that needs to be made and you're having a hard time making it. You feel very stuck, very stagnant, maybe a little bit helpless. Maybe you feel like you don't really have any control or options, and as a result you're just sort of staying in the same place and not being able to take any action or make any decisions. So whatever that situation's about, I feel like there's some sort of issue with communication. If there's somebody that you need to talk to, or this could even just be about improving your own communication skills, like maybe you're not very good at speaking up for yourself or saying what's on your mind. So if there's a situation where you feel stuck or helpless, I definitely think that communicating with other people will help you sort of get out of this. And then here with this Devil card, it seems like there's some issue here that could be, you know, a wide range of things. In the Devil could talk about anything from, you know, control issues to codependency to manipulation to addiction. So there's a really wide range of things this could be talking about. But whatever it is, I'm getting the sense that there's some weird like hastiness here, like something, maybe you're being pushed to make a decision too quickly and it can't happen. Maybe someone's pressuring you or trying to manipulate you to make a decision and to make it quickly. Maybe they're saying like you need to decide by this day, or you know, you need to choose, like, I'll give you this X amount of time. So I feel like there's some sort of time crunch here that's adding pressure to the situation. So let's get some advice here for pile number 5. Some advice. 4 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and King of Cups. Okay. So with this 4 of Cups, I think you're being asked to look at other options here. You may be really focused on one situation, one source, one choice, where there may actually be other things being offered to you that you're not paying attention to or that you're not interested in, and these things may actually be what you need. So try to open your perspective, and instead of focusing on one specific thing, try to look around you and see if there are other options or other things being offered, because those other choices may actually be better than what you've been focusing on. The 6 of Wands here, I feel like this is just sort of saying, you know, keep your head high, remain confident. You are going to get everything that you want. You're going to, you know, achieve a lot of great things. So even though you may be going through something confusing or difficult right now, there's definitely a good end result, but you need to keep that confidence and sort of fake it till you make it. With this King of Cups, I think you're being called to lean more on your emotional side rather than your logical side, especially with this Emperor. They're sort of diagonal. So I think in the past, if you've been relying more on your logical side, or your sort of analytical mind, you're being asked to focus more on your emotional side, maybe be a little bit more compassionate, a little more nurturing, and don't push away your feelings or emotions, because they're actually a really good indicator of, you know, what's going on here. So don't ignore those. They could be sort of trying to lead you in the right direction. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.